Well, meet a lady who's quite accustomed to extravagant descriptions, from the Liz Taylor of Lancashire to streetwise Earth Mother, but she prefers to be known as Pat Phoenix. I was trying not to give you the cold.
We've
there,
all
Pat.
got it, all of us.
You as well?
You've got it, I've got it.
Oh dear, well, we'll have to share this one around.
You got yours.
Yeah, I've got mine.
Right.
This phrase, Earth Mother, I don't know whether you like that or not. Would you like to mother young Jim here?
Oh, yes, everybody likes to mother young He looks undernourished, don't you, love, eh? Do you remember our Dennis?
Yes.
Well, don't you think he's got a look of our Dennis?
Yes, he has.
Dennis Tanner.
Now you mention it.
Yes.
You meant Thatcher.
It was a long time before you got to the fame that you were looking for. Did you get close to despair?
Oh, yes, very, very many times. In fact, I thought I'd shuffle off this mortal coil at one point.
Bad as that?
Yes, it was. My marriage had failed, and I was doing about one job once every 6 months and just appearing. And I never could be on the fringe of things, and I didn't want to sort of be dependent upon anybody, so I thought this is the day to end it all, you see. And because I didn't want to make anybody upset about it, I put the cat out and I didn't leave a note, and I thought, well, I'll make this look very natural, you see. So I put the kettle on and I didn't turn on the gas, and I thought, right, this is it, I shall be no trouble to anybody. And about an hour later, I woke up and there was a hell of a smell of gas, and I was still there. My friend came in and said, there's an awful smell of gas in this flat. You'll kill yourself one of these days. In actual fact, the shilling had run out, which was typical of me. But,
So I had a friend who felt really depressed and decided to end it all, so he took 100 aspirins, and after the first 2, he felt better.
But then you, of course, became a national figure with Coronation Street. I mean, the response was colossal from the start, wasn't it?
oh, it was amazing. We got all sorts of letters, and the first death we had in the streets, we had wreaths and bouquets of flowers. I had a Barlow, I think it was, that died first. Lucky girl. And then we all started getting sort of personal letters. I got one from Limehouse, written in pidgin English, and it was about the time that our Dennis had pinched £2 off me, and Ina Sharples was being very nasty, and the letter said, enclosing £2, and it said, Ina Sharples get nasty with you. We cut off head and sit on television. That really meant it. Then I had another lovely letter. We used to get requests for, charities and things like that. Yeah. And I got this wonderful letter, which was absolutely true, and it said, Dear Madam, it was from a vicar, and it said, Dear Madam, my organ has recently collapsed and I would like your assistance in raising it.
Oh! That doesn't sound Davidson by any chance. Do you actually like soap operas?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think Dynasty is... I think they're sort of comic strips, some of them, you see. And I think Dynasty is a sort of wonderful comic strip, and you can't say to yourself, she can't really be married to that one. Is that his sister? Now, is he trying to kill him with a paint? And every week they get these marvellous cliffhangers.
They also get a lot of money, don't they?
Yes, they do. Well, of course, people in our soap operas couldn't possibly be paid that sort of money because we haven't that area to go at, you see. And besides, my figure's not a bit like Joan Collins.
Oh, it goes... Well...
It was.
Jim, you watch a bit of telly, do you?
I like Zippy and George, I like those programs. They're good fun, aren't they?
Yeah.
I love them as well.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Callaghan said about you a thing that may well have embarrassed you at the time, or perhaps you just thrilled to it. He said you are the most sexy thing on television.
Yes, well, I've always said he was short-sighted, you see. I mean, I've never known what to do with it, quite frankly.
Politicians like you, don't they? They like you very much.
Some of them do. Depends which side they're on, doesn't it, really?
Yes. Because the trouble is, the press still, and lots of people insist on thinking of you as Elsie Tanner.
Oh, yes. But the press say a lot of things about me that I'm amazed to read. I mean, last year, for instance, I picked up a newspaper and there was a banner headline which said, Why I Need Sex at 60 by Elsie Tanner. And it was a completely fictitious interview with a psychiatrist and Elsie Tanner. As you know, Elsie Tanner is fictitious, but most of the public believe she's real, you see, and there's this long questionnaire about why I needed it and the quotes that I am supposed to have said, and there's not a darn thing you can do about it. You've just got to accept that. And for days I went round with people going, still going it, aren't you, girl, 68?
Invited to parties and things like that.
Yeah.
You're a slave to romance, of course, Jim.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to believe what you read about me either. I think they must have been speaking to Elsie Tanner when they was writing about me. The fictitious Elsie Tanner.
Well, you were a little devil at school too.
Oh, yeah, I used to sellotape worms to the pavement to watch the birds get hernia trying to pick them up. we used to play... He's not with us anymore, rest his soul. He was an old teacher. He was a great fella named Mr. Davis, and he had a limp. He had a false leg, and because when you're kids, you think it's a wooden leg. And he was our woodwork teacher, which struck us as funny. He said, "So what do you want? What should we make today, kids? Want another leg, sir?" And things.
Isn't it funny how I wanted to talk about romance and we talk about birds with hernias and woodwork masters?